When I had to stand at the ribbon factory, my legs would give out. After a while, standing all day, but I was still determined to go do my job. Eventually in 2008, when the economy started to go down, the factory wasn't getting as much business and started to lay people off. They didn't have enough work for everybody. I couldn't always get the work done in certain time, even though I was doing my best. So I was one of the first to go. I went to an OVR, Office of Vocational Rehabilitation counselor, who recommended trying to go disability rather than looking for another job at that time. I was able to get unemployment while I waited for a finding when my disability came. You have to wait a while for that. There's a lot of paperwork to fill out. It took almost 3 years to have an official finding, but I was able to get back payments for the period when it was being processed. During the recession, it was a struggle. We had to make a tank of gas last the whole week. Sometimes it got down near empty before we could afford to fill the tank again. There wasn't much we could do other than live on the basics, but Deb and I were in it together, trying to make it work. Once again, Mom and Dad helped to get through the tough time. It was around this time that I decided I was going to lose weight to try and help keep the pressure off my legs. That helped with the walking for a while. At that time, my mother was walking for exercise too, so I'd walk with her. And that was good for both of us. My dad didn't always want to exercise like he should have. I wish he had, for it would have been good for his health. Still glad I was there to give Mom someone to do it with. Eventually my left leg got to the point where I couldn't straighten out to push myself up anymore. I called a doctor, but he had moved on, and he didn't have anyone at Penn State Health Net Hershey Medical Center, locally called simply the Hershey Medical Center, who could see me for a couple of months. By then it would be too late to do much about the problem. Sometimes I wonder if I could have gotten someone to look at it sooner, if I could have been helped. However, you can't second guess things like that. The medical field did send me to therapy to see if the therapist could improve the strength of my leg, but that didn't work.